Thank you for taking the time to see us today. We understand your concerns with the latest responses from the Employee Satisfaction Survey and focus groups, and we agree. We are facing a recalibration opportunity to improve and strengthen in areas that need adjusting. There is a critical component that is incongruent with the company's intended structure. The people aspect of the organization is experiencing great growing pains, and the company transition from a family-oriented company to a business-minded global enterprise. We have developed a multidimensional employee communication plan to coordinate internal employee communication activities to ensure that all levels of employees obtain the necessary information to succeed in their work, and most importantly, to stay engaged and aligned with ConsoE's strategic objectives. The plan focuses on communication goals that were previously presented in the Strategic Communication Plan that promote integration, innovation, and collaboration among all levels of employees, while simultaneously aligning each employee stakeholder to the company's strategic goals and objectives. Specific strategic communication goals have been developed to support the company goals and objectives. The first goal is executive-driven and will focus on communicating the specific strategic goal that ConsoE's commitment to expanding its national presence and reputation by acquiring leading innovators within the industry to ensure continual and quality production and manufacturing of leading electronics. To accomplish this, efficiencies need to be created to better optimize operations. ConsoE is supportive in hearing ideas that may lead to solutions. This strategic effect will lead to specific employee communication goals with the objectives to promote integration, innovation, and collaboration while aligning all employees on the company's strategy goals and objectives. This will also increase engagement and support from employees at all levels of the organization. The second strategic goal is developed to affirm that ConsoE is committed to collaborating on creating and communicating organizational and operational solutions to increase efficiencies in a consistent and strategic manner. This strategic effect will help strengthen confidence in the organization and CEO's ability to manage and grow the organization while also fostering a culture of innovation, initiative, support, and career growth opportunities. This leads to our tactics. First, we evaluated the current communication process and the perceptions and mental models expressed by employees from the Pulse survey and focus group. This enabled us to create a comprehensive communication plan that will help you and other executive team members understand key issues at all levels of the organization, as well as provide recommendations to address and correct negative sentiment. We created a 6-month plan to execute communication tactics using strategic messaging and channels to increase employee engagement and communication with the existing employee relationships and perceptions in mind. Stakeholder assessment was conducted to identify 4 employee groups and determine their current perception of their relationship with ConsoE. The executive team, frontline management, rank and file employees, and potential employees are the 4 main groups we will be focusing on, with further emphasis on subgroups, which include program and divisional management. The comprehensive assessment can be viewed from our full presentation. When evaluating how employees are receiving and interpreting company information, it's important to evaluate ConsoE's current communication process to determine how it is affecting employee information, opinions, and satisfaction. Based on employee sentiment, we determined 3 key issues and concerns expressed by the previously mentioned stakeholders. First, there is a lack of trust between the executive team and all other employees, causing strain on the organization and employee relationship. Second, the current communication channels are not being strategically used and information is not delivered through the appropriate media for each stakeholder group. Lastly, there is significant lack of vertical communication, which is resulting in low employee engagement between departments, which has negatively impacted overall perceptions and satisfaction within the organization. The environmental and survey analysis revealed influential sources of information that are currently used by employees. The most significant sources for information included coworkers, messaging received through the company grapevine, the ConsoE newspaper, regular staff meetings, and first-line supervisors. Employees across ranks expressed that the most trustworthy form of media and information was received from the ConsoE newspaper. This scored high on all levels of employees' preferred method of communication and frequently visited source for information. In addition to using ConsoE's newspaper, rank and file employees also reported using the intranet more than any other channels for communication and information. However, all level of employees said their preferred methods of communication and source for information are regular staff meetings and from their first-line supervisors. One key issue and concern revealed from the research is the disconnect between the executive team and the frontline management team. 52% of managers and supervisors said they never or seldom receive a response or action from the executive team. The focus group and survey revealed that there is a disconnect of communication and information flowing between these two groups, which has delayed deadlines, increased production issues, and disconnected understanding of procedures. Vertical communication of corporate strategic goals and objectives is not filtered down to lower level employees and has caused strain on the employee-company relationship. Despite this current disconnect, 62% of rank-and-file employees said they often or always receive a response or action from their supervisor or management team. This implies that there are strong relationships between first-line supervisors and rank-and-file employees, suggesting a successful model for communication that can be implemented to provide better congruency at ConsoE expands. These three critical issues in mind, we have provided a framework for a successful 6-month implementation plan. The first stage in this plan begins with you, D. Emmett. We have constructed a 1-month executive focus plan that aims to build trust and confidence in your leadership. Messaging will focus on reaffirming your knowledge, experience, and ability to forge ConsoE's future, and you can achieve the support and confidence in all employees through strategic, authentic, and consistent messaging. We will work with you to strengthen your credibility and effectively communicate the organization's goals and future direction. Employees express that while they do not regularly view the executive videos or formal presentations, they do prefer personal interaction with you and enjoy speaking with you face-to-face on the floor. So we will help translate those one-on-one conversations into more meaningful communications through the most impactful channels. The survey revealed that the majority of rank-and-file employees express they have not seen or had very limited interaction with the executive management team in the past 12 months. By highlighting innovative ideas, improvements, and suggestions reported on by the frontline management team through using the appropriate channels suggested, will yield better interpretation and more open communication between the executive team and frontline management team. This action will help to improve vertical alignment across all departments. Within 3 months, we will invest in new ways to boost employee engagement. First, we need to ensure key messages are consistently and regularly communicated throughout the organization. We will provide resources and create forums for employees to feel empowered to share ideas that allow them to engage in business decisions. To accomplish this, we recommend launching Executive Corner, updates on the intranet to address key updates in a channel preferred by employees. To supplement engagement, we will create a frequent ask questions section on the site that is easily accessible to allow employees to ask questions and engage in dialogue. These tactics will create coalitions of influencers who have the power to communicate information and goals throughout the organization and will boost employee morale and motivation. At the 6-month mark, our focus will be the introduction of training sessions to increase the business literacy of all employees, as well as a new employee onboarding program to showcase our investment in new talent. By committing to improving company culture, we will also host cross-functional meet and greets to form new relationships between the management teams and employees. It's also essential that we establish an employee development program that measures performance while rewarding achievements and highlighting employee growth opportunities. In order to ensure the communication plan is effective and achieves our objectives in a timely and lean manner, these 3 metrics will be measured for success: the support of the executive team, our sales and revenue growth targets, and employee engagement and satisfaction. There are several tools we will utilize to assess our achievements, from new employee research and internal buzz to analyzing our sales and revenue performance in quarterly business reviews. We should also examine conversations in weekly meetings and progress reports and ensure we're capturing and addressing important feedback in suggestion boxes. Employee satisfaction will continually be monitored to assess engagement and encourage feedback through forums that allow for two-way dialogue. We are confident that successful implementation of the 6-month employee communication plan will help increase employee engagement by opening up more channels of communication, while simultaneously strengthening company culture and aligning all levels of employees with ConsoE's strategic objective. Thank you for your time.